as she was a passionate supporter of this iconic church. While she would have loved to be amongst us today, she would be deeply touched by this beautiful service. To lose a mother at any age is a deeply painful experience. Maybe it takes becoming a parent to appreciate all a mother does for her child. She gives us life and is our first home. Once we're born, she becomes the emotional backbone of our family. She is always there for us, no matter what. Her hugs help heal our wounds, her smiles brighten our days, and her support allows us to pursue our dreams. My mother was exceptional in so many ways. It would take too long to list all her qualities, and as she was firmly against flattery, I don't want to invoke her ire. However, I will share a few characteristics and anecdotes my father, brother, and I thought would help you remember her. My mother lived life to the full. Early on, she showed a spirit of independence and adventure. As a young woman, she drove sports cars and flew aeroplanes. She fell in love with a German and took it upon herself to travel alone to South Africa to meet her future in-laws. She gave up a comfortable existence in London to build a new life in Hong Kong at a time when that was far from the cosmopolitan hub it is today. From there, traveling became a way of life. My parents maintained an incredibly busy schedule over the next decades, spending an astonishing amount of time discovering new countries, people, and places. All my life, they've been on the move, finding relaxation in what others find exhausting and stressful. Wherever she visited, my mother created a rapport with local people and built lasting friendships in the community. She spoke the Queen's English and a dialect my brother and I fondly refer to as the International. This was an unusual blend of words from the local language and English, spoken slowly and loudly, accompanied by a lot of hand signals. Unidiomatic, it would not have gotten her far in school, but in real life, she was always well understood. Perhaps this was also because my mother was profoundly humane. She had that rare gift of making people comfortable in her company. No matter who you were, she put you at ease. This quality attracted people to her in droves from all walks of life. There was never an agenda with her, she never said a bad word, and she was genuinely interested in others. If she disapproved of anything, she would give you a look, and that would normally be enough. If she strongly disapproved, she would add a touch of steel to her voice, nod to herself, and quickly change subjects. My mother was great fun. She had an infectious cheerfulness and a frank and open way of expressing herself. She always had a twinkle in her eye and a dry and sometimes mischievous sense of humour. No matter the occasion, she brought smiles to others. Truly, she was one of those people that you are always better to see. My mother was a fabulous cook with a fine palate. She showed you how much she cared for you by how much she fed you. Food and love are inextricably linked, and she constantly fretted that her family did not eat enough. Indeed, the only occasion my brother and I remember when she got angry was when we failed to eat enough. As young boys, she made us eggs and bacon every single day for breakfast. When we went to boarding school, she personally delivered enormous hampers once a week, making us the envy of our friends. The more she fed us, the taller we grew, the more she worried that we were too skinny. Even when we got married, to the surprise of our wives, she continued to pop by unannounced with fresh fruit and vegetables from her beloved garden. Despite being well-mannered, my mother was fiercely determined. When my parents thought about prep school for me, they received excellent reports about the Dragon School. On inquiry, they were told that the school was full and just couldn't take me. This was despite my father's chairman at the time writing a strong letter of recommendation. My mother nevertheless asked for an appointment with the headmaster, explaining that she would wish to see how much her son would be missing by not going to the Dragon. On my parents' arrival from Hong Kong, the headmaster repeated that there was no room, but just for interest, a little boy would show them around. My mother expressed her gratitude and asked to see him at the end of the tour to say goodbye. She told him